Right, here's what we're doing. I'm playing a little Dungeon Souls because I was watching Northernline and Dan Giesling last night on the NL's channel, and they were playing a game called Ember Knights, and I went, this game kind of reminds me of Dungeon Souls. And so here we are. That's it. It made me feel like playing Dungeon Souls. I've not played this game for many a year, so I downloaded it, and here we are, baby. I played for about 20 minutes last night. 21 minutes. I unlocked the achievement Indiana Jones, which is to get killed by a boulder trap, which apparently only 41% of players have unlocked. So catch up, gamers. It's Dungeon Souls. Look, I'm not here to go into like the deep chasms of the DS dramas. I'm just gonna like play the game and like waffle a little. You know, I'm looking at my Right, well, lie to you guys. I was trying to alt tab, and my hand is not where I thought it was on the keyboard. Listen. There's no qualms here. I don't have any beef with the Viking, or any Vikings for that matter. I think Justin Jefferson is an incredible talent. It's not a It's a Friday night. It's not a Viking kind of night. I like Barbarian. I guess he's called Barbarian. That makes sense. Archer. I'm a thief kind of guy. He's pretty cool. We're gonna do normal difficulty because I played 21 minutes of this game and I was getting my ass kicked. Like, as you can tell from the achievement I unlocked, and I finally had like a reasonable run. Oh baby. Ka-chink. There you are. 50% chance to slow enemies on hit for 1 second. Listen, it's free. It's free. They don't make bad things for free. Okay? Listen, you heard what I was saying? I'm going to blame the fact that I was just thinking, moments before I got hit. Mousepad's kind of bumpy right now. There we go. Bit flatter. I got killed by a boulder, and then my other death, I actually had like a good run going. And then clearly did not build very well, because I was like on like the 5th or 6th floor. And it was going great, and then I went to a new floor, and then I went to the first room and was just paced in a second. Do you like what you see? Probably 50% chance. Listen, I ain't rolling in the dough right now. Let's take things nice and slow. We're at a disadvantage that the Lord has set us on a difficult, challenging path by starting us with low health. I walked into a boulder trap. Is what happened. Okay, that's a trap. This is Dungeon Souls. I did a video on it on the main channel 7 fucking years ago, in 2016. If you wanted to check that out, it's called Taking a Gander at Dungeon Souls. The funny thing is, I was watching that video. I used to do a series on the main channel called Taking a Gander at. It was basically like my rip-off of Northern Lions Let's Look At, where like every... Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. Let's just do it. We're going to hit you with a quick restart on that one. Hit you with a quick restart. The capture doesn't feel right. Oh no, actually, it's like basically... Because it's a square, so I was trying to base it off the main menu and like move it along and have my webcam. But it was like I had it hugging the right side of the screen, so I moved it along. So there'd be a gap on like the right, and it was a bit more central. But now that I'm in the game, it's like filling the screen. But actually, I think it kind of like fits like basically perfectly. Snug to the bottom. Who the hell is that? I was fixing my screen region. Oh, he didn't hit me though. That was very kind of him. Maybe he was a friend. Maybe I should not have just like toasted that guy. Yeah, I like accidentally got it perfect. I know it overlaps with the webcam a bit, but I kind of don't mind that. No, we'll fix it. Yeah, that's better. Because it'll probably bug some people. Maybe. Yeah, Northern Lions Let's Look At, where it's like a game had come out. It's like a pseudo review series, but he'd like played the game for like... It's not like he played... It wasn't a review. He'd like played the game for like an hour or 2 hours or what, like 20 minutes. Depends on what the game was really. But he played it a bit, and then he'd be like, the purpose is to show the game. Today we're doing a Let's Look At. Well, we're doing a Let's Look At on this game. Have a look at this game. This is what the game's about. This is the core loop of the game. This is what you get up to. I've played it for this long, so he's got like a bit of an idea, but also he's like still quite new to it as well. So it's kind of like a review, kind of like a first impressions type situation, like mixed into one. And much like all my content back then, I stole it from all my content from YouTubers that I watched. So very, very, very sneakily disguised, my Let's Look At series was called Taking a Gander At, because I remember going on dictionary.com and going on the synonyms section and looking for a good synonym for look. I like the movement speed. What does the compass do? Always do attack on the first one. You know what I just realised when I was hovering over that? That said physical damage. I don't know if we do physical. Physical usually means like not magic, right? So probably the daggers count. Points out direction. I'm going to do that just because I don't know what, like really how this works or what it points to. It just points to the exit? Yeah. Okay. It's not massively useful as things stand, but I don't tend to get far enough into the game that the levels are big enough that I have any great difficulty finding the exit. There you go. So I did a Taking a Gander At on Dungeon Souls, and that was the video. I was like, I'm gonna go back and rewatch some of that video. I thought it quite funny because in like the first bit, I'm like, oh yeah, welcome back to another Taking a Gander At. We're going to do something a little bit different this time, because this is actually part 1, which is not my usual Taking a Gander At formula. Usually I play the game and it's one and done. However, this one I quite enjoy, so I'm going to do my Taking a Gander At, and then we're going to have like a mini-series. There's going to be like an episode 2. Lo and behold, there was never an episode 2. Until today, baby. You can't say I don't... This is more guys than usual. You cannot say I do not keep true to my promises. So welcome back to episode 2, 7 years later. There will not be an episode 3. Or maybe there will in 2030. Hard to say. Maybe I'll be dead by then. That's the fun part about progression of life. Is who knows? Who knows? The world's going crazy at the moment. They got this AI shit going on, but even the AI is like bad now. They were like, oh yeah, when Chat GPT came out, it could solve like 98% of oh, the Redeemer's here already. That feels far too quick. 98% of like math formulas that were within its like solvable sphere that it was presented with, it could guess. Or not guess, but it could answer accurately, and it is now down to. Oh, the Redeemer isn't here. It's just telling me how to. Okay, the Redeemer is now here. Can't remember what the brain does, but I've taken it because I panicked. It's something to do with like when your health's low, you attack faster. I feel like that's a different item. Something to do when your health's low. It can now answer like 2%, and everyone at OpenAI is like, fuck. I need to fix this. I hadn't been on Chat GPT for a little bit. For like a few months. I got it like I dabbled a little bit when it first came out, and then like I went back to it and was like, what's going on with this guy? I went on it the other day because I was like struggling to think of a caption for an Instagram post. Now, and I was not actually planning on using anything it said. Because I'm an artist. I'm an artist. In all aspects of life, including Instagram captions. It's the first time I've ever done accuracy, so I'm interested to see how this pans out. That feels like more than 80% to 90% doesn't feel like a big jump. I feel like he was flailing all over the place previously, but these are hitting now. These are hitting. Feels like Taco Bell at 1 in the morning after a long night of a few beers, followed slowly by a few whiskey and cokes. This Taco Bell he'd be hitting. Says the person who's had Taco Bell 2 times in his entire life. Boy, does that make me any less of a TB lover? No, it does not. No, it does not. What was I talking about? Isn't it to do with the AI, blah, blah. Yeah, I went on. God, this guy's dead. This guy's dead again. Just see what it'd come out with. And because like when it came out, I was like throwing at things, see what it'd say. I was like, this is entertaining. It's interesting to see what it comes out with. My I was like, the more I was doing it, I was giving it more and more to work with. Let me tell you, it was not hitting I don't think it came out with like a single. It didn't even come out with one where I was like, oh, this is bad, but like the first bit is okay. Like, nah, it was coming out with nothing. Like, and I was typing like, okay, type a funny one. Okay, type a funny one, you know, about how we're all inebriated. Okay, now type a funny one about how we're all inebriated and about how we're like so inebriated that like maybe we shouldn't even post the photo because you know, it looks bad. Okay, well, you know, still nothing good. Okay, now type it's a wedding and there's a photo booth and everyone's inebriated and like one of the pictures is so bad that like posting it poses, you know, concerns to the poster's digital footprint status. That's a lot to work with, and it was giving me like, love is in the air, but you know what else is in the air? Alcohol. Maybe I shouldn't post this tongue out emoji. Hashtag wedding vibes. Like, come on, man. Listen, the math problems. Look, who cares? We don't need AI to solve math. We have guys for that already. Right? You can't improve. Math is math. It has an outcome. Oh, but you type the problem in and it answers it instantly. The guys have to figure it out. It's called artistic expression, sweetheart. You've seen the formulas these guys do. Oh, hey, you think AI isn't better for maths than a guy? Yeah, let me give you this complicated formula and click submit and watch ChatGPT do it in 4 seconds flat versus your Harvard math whiz who takes 5 minutes and an entire A4 piece of paper to do his workings. Yeah, it's called artistic integrity, sweetheart. Somebody did not show their workings in their math quiz, and it shows. It shows. Why do I have to show my workings? I know the answer. Because one day you're going to grow up and you're not going to understand artistic expression, and it's because you didn't show your workings. The AI is going to take over, and you're not going to know the difference between a robot and a real human being, and that's your fault. Show your workings. I just unlocked the Necromancer, by the way, which is pretty neat. You start with 3 by default. It's clearly not. It's not got like cloud saves or whatever. Because I remember it. Well, I was gonna say I remember. By I remember, I mean I watched my video I did on this again last night. So I don't actually remember it all. I didn't watch the whole video. I watched like a minute and 30 seconds and then skipped halfway through and watched like another minute and then like closed because like I'm not just gonna sit there and like watch my own 30-minute long video from 7 years ago because I'm not a psychopath. But at one point in that video, this keeps happening. This is a problem. You know what? Don't need those items. Do not need them. I'm outie. Sweet cheeks. He's sucking. He's sucking. Oh boy, he's sucking. I had 5 characters unlocked in that video, and you start with 3. So I'm not like jumping for joy over the Necromancer. Like, look, listen, act like you've been there, and I can act like I've been there because I have been there. Look at that fucking cursor. Okay, just embarrass me. It was shake. Look, run the footage back. Run the footage back. It was shaking until I acknowledged it. Fucking look at this shit at the bottom of the screen, man. It's going crazy. I have more stats to assign. I never know what to do after the... I always do 1 into damage and then 1 into defense. And then, listen, I'm lost the wind. Bit of ack. Not wrong, but a bit of ack. Let me tell you. I'm going to pop one of these bad boys. Okay. Uh-oh. I believe is what we want to say there. These ghosts, man. They be dropping coins. I have to say, they do be dropping coins. Yeah, anyway, the funny thing is, I'm not going to talk about the game, by the way. I'm definitely playing, I'm playing on normal difficulty, and now that I'm doing this, I'm like, I think I was playing on easy difficulty last night, because I'm used to these things spawning only 4 enemies, which is why at the start of the episode when I did one, I was like, whoa, it spawned so many guys. I didn't realize I must have been, oh, fuck yeah. Whoa, what the hell, is 4 big boys in there? I must have just been playing on easy last night. Well, I must have realized. I probably did it on purpose, but I'm a little embarrassed that I really. Yesterday, Reese, you were playing on easy? Like, yikes, dude. I thought you were a gamer. I thought you were a gamer. I was see, this is something I was thinking about recently. I can't tell if this is a me thing or if this is a hashtag relatable experience. Gaming's quite like a lot of people game nowadays, right? Do they consider themselves to be gamers? Different question. Different question. We say, oh, do you play games, right? Oh, yeah, I play games. I dabble. What if someone asks? Okay, this is like an open question that one single person is going to answer in the comments, because these videos get like 8 views at the best of time. I'm like 16 minutes into it. Look, who's watching this still? Jacob, probably. So Jacob, this is addressed to you. Paul, if you're watching this. Josh, if you're here. Anyone else? This is an open question. Answer freely. If someone asks you, someone's like, hey, do you play games? You go, oh yeah, I play games. Oh, what games do you play? What's your answer? That's my open question. Because you've got to kind of do this, like, you've got to gauge, right? Now, I tend to, without asking further or without prodding further, I tend to assume that the average person who asks that is just the average gamer, right? And to me, when I picture I don't know what the average gamer is anymore, like what the levels are, but to me, the average gamer, we need to be giving ourselves more time to browse the shop, so I'm just going to take a key and dip. Fuck you, buddy. Oh, a boss. They have like a console, and they play like COD, a bit of FIFA, you know what I mean? Or like Madden if you're in America, whatever. Like you know, the default games. So I always struggle to gauge. So I tend to, you've got to play it safe, right? Because if I'm like, oh yeah, I play Dungeon Souls. What the fuck is Dungeon Souls? Oh, Dark Souls? I've heard of that. No, yeah, Dark Souls. Yeah, that's what I said. But I like, okay, this isn't like a regular game. It's not a good example. But I'm always kind of like, what games do they play? You've got to think of like, what are they going to do? Because I don't want the embarrassment of like naming a game they've never heard of it, and you have to kind of explain it. Like I used to try and be like, oh, I play a lot of The Binding of Isaac. I don't know if you've heard of it. And if they know The Binding of Isaac, you're like, oh baby, a bond has just been formed. Like that's a friendship. Most people though, they'll be, oh, I don't know that one. What's that about? So it's like, you know, it's like a top-down. Like, it's not a shooter, like a twin stick shooter. It's like a dungeon, and dungeons, so you get different items every time, and there's a lot of like religious imagery. But it's not a religious game, you know. I just had that. That used to be my answer, but it was too difficult trying to be. People like, what's the Binding of Isaac? And then you got to try and explain. Like people don't know it, and then like, how do you explain what the Binding of Isaac is to someone who? And then you're like, oh, they play like they played 2 games in their entire lifetime. They've played like FIFA, and they've played Minecraft. Like, how are you explaining what the Binding of Isaac is to them? I had too many like awkward scenarios. So then my strategy kind of became, okay, play it safe. Oh, we just unlocked the warrior, by the way. Right, here's what we do then. We play it safe, and let's go. You know, I play like I play a lot of FIFA and like play some indie games. You know, you see where it goes, right? Can I fucking open this, please? Oh, I have to shoot it. Fair enough. Whoa. Hell yeah. Steal enemies gold with each. Fucking grab all this shit, man. I have more health potions I can even carry. 10 bonus damage with slower attack speed. That's fine, I can live with that because the thief attacks bloody rapid. I've kind of discovered, like, Skeleton King is not worthy of being called the king. Maybe I should start calling him... Give me the flavor text. Skell Loser. You know what? Wasn't worth checking the flavor text on that one. That achievement was for beating the Skeleton King without taking damage in under 30 seconds. So I'm guessing that's like a Gungeon type situation. That's why I got a sick. Because usually you'll get like an item, maybe a potion. So I'm guessing that's why I got a sick chest, is because beat him without taking damage, which is pretty neat. Plus 11, Jesus Christ. Give me some defense then, because we're going to start getting, as the kids say, pwned. Right? They say that still? They say pwned? Are you guys saying pwned out there? Fucked up, by the way. I'm Gen Z, it's cool that I'm young. There's a whole another, they've moved on to the next one. There's another fucking generation now. What the hell is that all about? Gen Alpha? Fuck off. Fuck Gen Alpha. I've always been, yeah, why do like boomers complain about Zoomers so much? I don't get it. Like, you created this world for us to hate. Gen Z don't know how to like buy a house. Yeah, that's your fault. Why'd you hate us? We're suffering enough because of you. Let us live. Now Gen Alpha's a thing. I'm like, yeah, I get it now. Fuck them. Fucking idiots. Like the oldest Gen Alpha child is a toddler. Fucking idiot. This guy's never gonna have a house. Look at this dumb bitch. He's sucking his thumb. Dumbass. Yeah, suck a thumb in your own home. You could never. This guy can't afford a home because he's buying too much baby food. He's buying the sweet potato and mash baby dinner. Hey, maybe buy less. Maybe buy less. What are the biscuits called that are shaped like teddy bears? The Ruskins. Hey, maybe buy less Ruskins, dumbass. You'll be able to afford a house. Fucking idiot. Anyway, what was I saying? I think my go-to answer for a little while, Stardew Valley. That's a good one. That's an indie game, but it got quite big, right? A lot of people have heard of it, but then even if they hadn't heard of it, you're like, oh, is this cute? Like, it's like a farm game, but it's not like a farming simulator. It's like pixel art, and it's like, you know, you make friends with the locals, and there's like, you know, mines to go in, and like creatures like, you know, to fight and stuff. Dungeons. It's pretty cool. People are like, oh, nice. That felt like a good safe answer to me. So that has been my go-to. I always start super safe. Oh yeah, you know, I like FIFA and, you know, whatever. I like a game called Stardew Valley. I don't know if you know Stardew Valley. And then there you go. They haven't. You just explain it like I did. They have. Nice, right? Nothing too crazy. You don't have to explain. Oh yeah, I spend a lot of time on. There's a Roblox game called Monkey Simulator that I spend a lot of time on. Oh yeah. So you like sports? Any sports you like? Sports are usually safe because I live in England, so like everyone likes. It's like, oh yeah, football's like. Oh, I didn't even know it was here. So commonplace in England. Like the question isn't do you like sport? The question is, oh, who do you support? Because more people are going to be like, I support this team, or alternatively, I'm not a massive football guy, but this would be my team. You're gonna get one of those answers way more than you're ever gonna get someone say, oh, I don't watch football. Oh, I like football. And then you go, oh, do you like cricket? No. Do you like boxing? Do you like any sports? Not really. Okay. Well, I guess we're not gonna have a good work relationship then. We're just gonna do our jobs and communicate about our jobs, and we're just never gonna speak outside of that, I'm afraid. Tends to be how things work in my lovely country. Because what the fuck else do you talk about? They don't even know that I play Stardew Valley. I really need to pee. Oh, we're on 23 minutes? That's long enough. When I die, I'll pop this. The funny thing is, I picked this because I was like, oh, I've just been to, I already had like a few bits built up before going to America. Just because I hadn't recorded for like a couple of weeks by the time I went to America. And then I was like, I'm going to go to America, I'm going to come back, and I've got so many like anecdotes and so many bits. Oh, baby. 20% chance of firing a missile, hell yeah. 10% chance to parry, hell yeah. 30% chance double damage, fuck yeah, baby. Plus 200% damage on spells, plus 100% cooldown. I don't use spells, so it doesn't really fucking matter. Yeah, dude, that guy just did one attack and did like 60% of my health. Dude, who's hitting me? Relax. Anyway, yeah, so I've got like a whole trip's worth of anecdotes plus bits that I had saved up from before I went away. So I went, oh, let's do something that's like it has a lot of space for banter, so I can just start working through them. I don't just want to go through the list like formulaically, because that'd be boring. But at least I can, you know, bounce between some, you know, an anecdote a bit, and anecdote. You know, there's a lot of space for me to work with there. And I've started this video, and we're 25 minutes in, and I'm about ready to wind it down, and I have not taken a single thing, not a single anecdote that's been in the backlog, not a single, you know, bit, not a single anything. That would, I've literally, my memory's bad. I think of a bit, I'm like, oh, I could talk about that in a video. I put it in a notepad. I've got a notepad of bits to do. I've got a notepad of anecdotes that I was doing over the course of the America trip for videos. They don't do a single one from any of them. That was the point of this video, is to get started. And I started the video and I started waffling. Not a single one of the stored bits. My brain just took over and I just started talking a load of shite. Thanks for watching. I was going to make this video longer, but I do really need to pee. Shout out to Dungeon Souls. Love you guys. Bonk. Bye.